Shut up and sit down.
Okay, yeah, I get to see my face in these videos. So today I'm going to be machining the frames for the CNC. I got them sandblasted, primed, and then painted. They're over there. Hopefully you can see them. Yeah, so they're going to go into the CNC a bit later on. Right now I'm just doing some work that's needed a vise, because obviously I'm going to have to take my vise out and reclock it. So yeah, that's that over there. It's my Z plates that'll run on the linear, then the head interfaces to that. I have got my bed material here, but the guy who was going to give me a hand to skim it is not here, so I might end up having to do that myself. It's a piece of about 30 thick, it's actually just on 30, just mild steel, grounded both sides. I'm going to skim it now. Got to put a pocket on one side, turn it over, and then put in all my through holes. So I'm doing this 5-axis mentality. Do my low wrist off, just clearance pockets, turn it over, do all my high accuracy work in one go. That's going to get some M10 holes. It's getting, I think, 8 or 9 of them across the length and 3 rows of them. They're going to be M10 with a 5mm reamed or machined pockets for accepting a dowel pin, so that I can make a fixture or make a plate that my vise sits on that I can drop on, tighten down with 4 bolts, and it references every time, or put in pallets for pallet work. Yeah, now it's just a case of waiting for this bloody thing to cut, and then I'm going to run those, and I'm going to make a tool holder thing on the wire cutter as well a bit later on. So I've got a busy morning ahead of me. I don't actually think I'm going to be past like 2 o'clock today, just because my material's not prepped. I've got to skim, if I want to make my stand, I've got to skim all of that still, and I'm not really in the mood for that, so we'll see how the day goes. So it's clamped through this tube with T-slot bolts. I'm now going to clock this edge, and I'm going to mark it as my reference edge. So this is the edge that I'll clock up when I put it to the back end machining. I'll lay it on the face that I'm going to machine, and then I'll clock this to square up. I have built an adjustment, but I would like it obviously as square as possible. If it's not square, it's just means that things aren't as, the surfaces aren't as mated as I would want them. I could attempt to also skim the end of this. I just don't know if I'm going to get the travel on the machine. I might try it with the cutter, give myself a reference edge on this base, and then I can clock the reference edge when I skim the base, and everything should then be properly true. But yeah, let's do this thing. We're at the point where I'm going to machine. I'm going to deck this off, so it's clamped inside here and one hole at the back. My holes are off center, so I had to use a clamp, not a through hole. Going to switch to tool 24 now. So here we are. Start. Cool. Let's park my 17. So, and unclip. There we go, my knobby out. Let's fucker back in. Okay, before we start there, so this guy's done. What I did is I used the 17mm end mill. Just licked this top section of the back here to give me a reference face square to my rails. So when I put this in the horizontal over there to skim the base off, I'm going to clock this. It's going to lay on this face, and I'm going to clock this so that I am perpendicular in this plane and perpendicular to my rails in that plane. Yeah, I was machined that in after I drilled the holes. All the holes are in. I had to make a plan on my drill. Oh look, there it is right there. My old ER11 from my old CNC spindle. Got a dowel shoved up its butt and then put into an ER32 holder that I can reach in. It's specifically actually for this job that I can reach deep enough in here to drill these holes, hopefully. We're going to find out. But yeah, let's now do the things. Program T, no, not T. NO3S. What did I run it? 1500. So, the clock insert, spindle on. Okay. Okay, so done machining for the day. Need someone back home, so I best do it before I get moved. So I finished with the column machining of the linear wave face, which is that's also been tapped, where the ball screw mounts has been tapped. That is a set distance from there. Deburred everything, machined in this flat over here. This is perpendicular to the rail. This is perpendicular to that. So when I lay this face down on the horizontal, I clock this to make sure that it was straight this way. Then I deck this off, and this will be perpendicular to that, which will be perpendicular to, So it should allow me to stay all square. Then I finished machining that guy. That is the base casting or base frame. Also drilled and tapped all of the linear mounting holes, the temporary feet holes, ball screw mounting positions. That was a real fun one. I had millimeters of clearance. And then machined and tapped the mounting face that will accept this. So what I did is this is going to get 3 mounting bolts each side and 2 jacking bolts. That way I can pivot around the center bolt, and I can pull it back and forward if I need to get it perpendicular to the table. What I did was I put spot faces on there so that if I jack, I don't spoil the material at the surface, I spoil below. That way I can always come back to level if I need to. But yeah, those machines, they're laying like this now, and that one's shimmed up a bit so that the tapping oil, or the cutting fluid, can drain out over the weekend. And then also managed to get this plate done. Same thing, spot face. This is where my spindle doodad is going to sit. And then updates on the spindle, got me some bearings. That's the oil I'm talking about. Spindle cartridges, drilled, tapped, turned, All that's left is grinding, but we're going to wait on that until I've got the spindle core, which should arrive this week. I've then found a cylinder. Found a cylinder for my power drawbar. It's an old piece of crap we had laying around. Also, I've got these, which are gas shocks. These ones are set at 150 newtons. So between the two of them that I have, I should get a counterbalance around 30 kilos, which I think is pretty close to what I'm going to need, judging by the weight of the plate, the projected weight of the head, the weight of the motor, the weight of the spindle. I can always add more gas if I need to, but I thought I'd start light. And then I've been acquiring other things as well in the background. And carry on with the weekend. So thanks for watching part 3. Yeah, hit up the subscribe button. There's more to come. I'm shooting about a week in advance, so if you follow me on Instagram, you'll get a bit of a sneak peek. It's Jamie DCO Peacock on Instagram. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.